All right, good evening. I'm JErvesVideoProject, and today we're going to demonstrate how to build a pivot chart. So the first thing you want to do is download the starter sheet. Once you do that, of course, you're going to enter your name and put your Panther ID and all that good stuff. And we're going to do the pivot table project, so we're going to select that. We want to highlight all of the information, so we're going to use a Control A. That's my preferred way of doing it. And so we've highlighted all of that. From there, we'll go to the Insert tab. And as you can see, the pivot table pops up on your left. And we're going to select that. And it gives you an option if you want to insert this information, well, the pivot table into a new worksheet or an existing worksheet. It gives you the option. We're going to do a new worksheet. And then we're going to name this pivot table worksheet or something similar to that. Let's see. Pivot sheet, that's what we'll call it, pivot sheet. And let's see, from there the directions tell us we want to have the retailer country as the columns. So we drag it down to the columns. As you can see, it pops up and it displays the retailer countries in a column straight across, as you can see. The next thing we want to do is use the product type for rows. So we're going to take that, drag it on down to the rows section and drop it down. And as you can see, the product type popped right up. Now we have a couple values we want to select. One of the first ones is going to be the quantity. So we're going to find quantity, there it is, and drag it on down. Then from there, we would like to have the product line. So I'm going to drag it on down as one of the values as well. The last thing we want is the revenue. So that's our last value, the revenue. Let's drag it down as well, and that's that part. The next thing we want to do is format some of these values. So for the sum of quantity, we want to change it to, let's click value field settings. And we want it to be formatted to numbers with no decimal places. Let's do that first, numbers, no decimal places. And then we want it to be the count. That's right. There we go. And you can see it changed according to the settings we picked. The next thing we want to do is make sure the product line is a count, which it already is, but we need to format it. So let's go to the value field settings, number format, and we want it as currency. So we're gonna click that. And it's summarized by count. That's correct. So we're done with that one. The last thing we want to do with the values is deal with the revenue. Let's go to the value field settings one more time. And we want to summarize this by average. So we're going to select average. And our number format we want is currency. All right, so we formatted everything. The last thing we want to do is demonstrate how to create a combination chart for the pivot table. So we want to go to the insert ribbon. And as you see, we have some recommended charts. We want a combination chart. That's what we want to use today. We have some things to fix first. We want to filter these column labels out to only have Korea and Finland. So there you go. Now we filtered that out. That was good. And we want to create our chart now.
We want the combination chart.
All right. And we want our count of quantities to be clustered columns. That's correct. Our count of products to be area, the product line. Let's see, area. Count of product line. We're going to hit area. Column. And we want the average of revenue to be lines with markers. Let's change that. There we go. And let's see. Lines with markers. There we go. And that is how you create a combination chart. Let's move it to the side. Oh, went a little too far. There we go. All right, so my name is JErvesVideoProject, and again, thank you for your time. This is how you create a pivot chart as well as a combination chart. Thank you. My name is JErvesVideoProject, and I'm a computer science major.